What fresh disaster has befallen us? Yes? Who is out there? What? Well, for heaven's sake. Of course I know him. But it's just that I'm terribly busy right now, and I don't see how I can refuse. All right, my dear, ask him to come in. Thank you.
Geraldine.
Good Lord. You're not Skylar Whitney. You can't be.
Well, I know I've grown up a little since we last saw, but you, incredible. After all you've been through, you haven't changed a bit.
Well, I hope that you have, Skylar. I certainly hope so.
It must be 10 years since we saw each other last, Geraldine. I was just a spoiled, rich brat then.
And what are you now, Skylar? A spoiled, rich grown-up?
You might be surprised by how well I've done by the family fortunes. I know the rest of the family was not very happy when I inherited all that money when I was so young. But that wasn't really my fault. It was Dad's, for dying so young.
Yes, I was surprised at that. When Patrick died, it really destroyed my faith in the old saying that only the good die young. I'm sorry. That was unkind.
No need to apologize. I know that you weren't very close with your brother-in-law. That's why our families spent so little time together.
Well, all of my family is gone now, Skylar. Perhaps you know that.
Yes, I heard. I'm very sorry about that, Geraldine.
And what about your father's money? Is that still there?
Oh, it's still there, earning all that interest. But it's doing more than that. Oh, haven't you heard? I've become a patron of the arts.
The arts? Well, I'm sure you didn't inherit that interest from your father.
Well, he did have that chain of theaters, but that was strictly a financial basis. I've been doing a lot more with him. I've gotten into producing, cultural stuff. You might almost call me an impresario.
And is it cultural stuff that brings you back to Monticello?
Well, you might say that. The moment I heard that the old Alhambra was on the block, I decided it was time to come back to the old hometown.
Do you mean to say that you are buying the Alhambra?
No. I've already bought it. The one theater my father couldn't buy.
Because the owner wouldn't sell it to him, that's why.
It's still the best theater in town, isn't it, Geraldine?
Well, my dear, it's an antique. A relic of a time that will never come again. Actually, I'm surprised that it wasn't torn down years ago and turned into a shopping mall.
It's going to stay a theater. The best damn theater in this part of the country. I'm having it renovated from top to bottom, and I am going to introduce to this town something it's never seen before. Dancing.
You mean ballet?
Jazz, ballet, maybe. All sorts of dancing. I'm building a new company. I'm forming it around a new star. Her name is Martine Duval. She was a sensation in Europe. I'd like you to meet her, Geraldine. I've told her all about my famous aunt.
Well, does that mean that you are going to be here indefinitely?
You're the only family I have here, Geraldine. I'd like you to be my friend as well.
Skylar, it's been a good many years.
Blood is thicker than water, isn't it? Oh, by the way, I've decided to change the name of the theater. It's to be called the Whitney.
Excuse me. Yes. Oh, yes, thank you. Logan, how are you? How's everything there?
Just fine. I wanted to let you know it looks like I'm going to be able to keep that dinner date after all.
Oh, I'm so glad. I felt dreadful deserting you this evening.
Don't worry about it. Business before babysitting, right? How's your little emergency coming?
Well, I think it's been resolved now. I don't think I'll be needed here much longer. How did you solve your problem?
Molly Sherwood had some free time. She's here right now.
Oh, how nice. Well, tell her I'll be there as soon as I can to relieve her.
I'll certainly do that, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Well, Mrs. Saxon says she won't be too late.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. I have lots of time.
Well, I don't. I'm overdue at the Scots right now, so I'll be running this, terrific. Hello.
You say the sweetest things.
I hope you don't mind my dropping by. I was just exercising my visitation rights. Hello, Molly. What are you doing here?
She's babysitting. I'm going out. Look, you want to exercise your rights, that's fine. But from now on, you consider my rights. You want to see Jamie, call first.
You said I could see him whenever I want, and I want to see him right
He's
now.
asleep now, Mrs. Swift.
I'm not talking to you.
Raven. Look, I told you that I would not deny you access to Jamie, and I won't. But there are rules of common courtesy, and you're going to abide by them if I have to get a court order to see that you do it.
And you'd do that, wouldn't you? You'd do anything to hurt me. As if
gotta
I
go.
haven't been hurt enough. Well, wait, Logan. Logan. Look, I didn't just come here to see Jamie. I wanted to see you. The trial's over. Can't we just forget about all this hatred now and remember that we used to love each other?
Used to, Raven, used to. There's nothing there now. Not hate, not love, just nothing.
Wait. Did you hear anything from London?
It's the second time you've asked me that. Why would I hear anything from London?
Never mind. Go ahead. I just want to see Jamie.
I'll see you later, Molly.
Well, I bet you're as happy as everyone else about Jamie's little change of environment, aren't you?
If you want to look at him, please be very quiet.
No, never mind. I've changed my mind. Besides, Derek's downstairs in the car. Molly, could I ask you a question?
Yes?
I heard that you found Cliff Nelson in his office. Is that true?
Yes, it is. I was sent there by Mr. Scott to pick up some papers that he needed.
I see. So then the police probably questioned you. Exactly what did you say?
I don't know what you want from me, Mrs. Swift, but I just simply told the police what happened, nothing more.
And you didn't volunteer any information about things that are none of your business?
What do you mean?
You know damn well what I mean. I'm talking about Elliot Dorn and the night he came snooping around in my apartment.
Oh, no, I didn't. I swear I didn't. We just talked about Mr. Nelson.
What did Cliff Nelson say? Anything?
No, he was unconscious when I arrived. Please, Mrs. Swift, I just really don't want to talk about that awful night. I would much rather forget it.
Very well. Yes, Molly. You should learn to forget it.
No kidding. Now, you know that's the most sensible thing I've heard around here since Mayor Finley took office.
Well, he's not going to prosecute his own nephew.
No, he wouldn't prosecute this case anyway, even if he accepts the job. He wouldn't use a top prosecutor. They consider this case much too simple. Even if you don't. Yes, Helen? Okay, put her on. You certainly know how to call it a bad time. Look, I'm in a meeting.
Derek, I just heard on the radio that you let McGrath go.
Let him go. He's out on bail.
How could you do that to me?
I didn't do it. The magistrate does this at the arraignment.
Derek, I am terrified.
Raven, there is nothing to be terrified about. Listen, hold on a second. Listen, guys, can we finish this up in tomorrow's departmental meeting? It's not really crucial now. Please.
Anything you say, Chief.
Thank you. I told you there's nothing to worry about.
He's a dangerous criminal. He's already knifed 3 people in cold blood.
He's only knifed 2 people. He didn't knife Molly Sherwood. What are you worried about her for anyway?
I'm worried about myself because I happened to see a shadow at the Unicorn, and that shadow was a person, and the person was probably McGrath.
It's possibly McGrath.
Well, I've already told people that I saw someone there. Deborah Saxon knows, so the whole damn town probably knows by now.
Is this what you're worried about? He's going to be indicted in 2 days.
That's just the point. He's probably going to want to get rid of all the witnesses. Don't you understand? I am frightened. Derek, can't I see you?
Oh. All right, I guess I could take an hour's lunch.
Oh, good. Come over here. I'll make something for the 2 of us, okay?
All right, I'll be there at 12:30. Raven.
What?
You don't have to worry about anything anymore.
I never thought I'd see you again, Kelly.
You're more stupid than ever, you know that? I came to see the man because I wanted to express my sympathy and to see if I could be any help. No, I really don't appreciate your spying on me, you know.
Spying?
Yes, you did it once before. Now you have Gunther spying on me again.
I told you, Precious. Gunther likes to hang around you to see if he can be of any service to you. You really can't blame him for that.
Oh, I don't blame him for that. He takes orders from you.
He tells me that you didn't just see this Dr. Kavanaugh at the hospital, but that you visited him at home.
That's right. I did. Jody Travis has returned, and she's going to take part in an operation for her sister. Does that satisfy you?
Is that the reason you went to Gavin Wiley's studio?
I think I'm losing my appetite right now.
You had an excuse to go to Gavin's studio this time, Martine. But I'd be very careful. In the future, I may not believe your excuses.
And what will you do? Throw me out? Or have another dancer, maybe?
Try it and see what happens.
Stop it. This is going to be Mike Carr's last case as a defense attorney. You can bet he's going to be good. Next time we see Mike, he's going to be Mr. DA. Believe me, I know it. Me and Draper and I are going to have to go up against him in court. He's going to be one hell of a tough prosecutor.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if he could prosecute Raven?
Yeah.
Oh, Cliff, Raven called the chief's office today.
Yeah, why?
Seems she's all upset that Kelly McGrath was let out on bail.
You can understand that. She wants that guy behind bars, so the case will be closed.
It was obvious that she was terrified of Kelly. Can you believe that?
Yeah, well, I think she'd tell the chief anything these days just to keep him off balance.
I don't think she should be terrified of anybody.
She's saying that she saw somebody at the Unicorn the night that Elliot was murdered, and she's trying to make the chief think it was Kelly.
Wait a minute. Did she admit to being at the Unicorn the night that Elliot was murdered?
Yes.
Yeah, red hair tricked her into confessing.
Oh, that's terrific. Wait, don't you guys see? That means that she had the same opportunity to kill Elliot that Kelly did. Does the chief know this?
Yes, he does. That's why she's trying to distract him into thinking that Kelly's some sort of a maniac. It's so frustrating. She's just got him twisted around her little finger. The chief of police. Twisted. And she just keeps right on twisting, too.
It's Derek. Come on.
Oh, thank God you're here. Come in.
You all right? What's the matter with you?
I have never been so frightened in my life.
How am I going to get you over this Kelly McGrath
Derek,
thing?
you don't know what just happened.
What, since we phoned?
Yes, about 10 minutes ago.
What happened?
Well, I went out for a second. I invited you over, and I didn't have any food, so I went down to the grocery to get some cold cuts or something, and when I came back, I walked up to the door, and then I was fumbling around for my keys, and I saw this shadow on the wall. I was so scared, I didn't know whether I should just drop my groceries or what. And then I swear I saw that shadow move, and it had a knife in its hand. I did, and I screamed, and then the shadow went away.
Come on. I just think you're seeing too many shadows.
No, I'm not. There was somebody there, and it was him. I am going to be his next victim, Derek, and I know it.
No. Nothing's going to happen to you. I'll see to that. Deborah, you had ample opportunity to prove your case. You came up with nothing.
Just give me a little more time, Chief.
Drop
please.
it, detective.
Pinning the rap on Kelly would suit you just fine, wouldn't it?
It would suit you fine, too, if you'd look at the facts. Leave your personal feelings out of this.
Oh, am I the only person around here with personal feelings?
This investigation is closed because the man has been indicted. That's police procedure. It's got nothing to do with my relationship with Raven Swift, no matter what you think.
Whatever you say, Chief.
Well, that's what I say. Yes, Helen. Put her on. I said I'd call you during my lunch break. My day does not revolve around you.
Speak of the devil. I'll let you alone, Chief. I know you've got important matters to discuss. Meanwhile, I'm going to go work.
What was that?
I'm sorry, but I just called to tell you that I'm on my way over to headquarters.
We didn't have a date or anything, did we?
No, we didn't have a date, but I want to come over and pick up the, you-know-what that you promised.
Look, that won't be necessary. I'll bring the you-know-what with me tonight.
But you promised me you would teach me how to use it.
I will teach you the care and maintenance of a gun. Don't worry.
Oh, great. How am I supposed to practice? Should I set up tin cans on the windowsill and then shoot them all off?
Look, the main reason I'm giving this thing to you is just for your own reassurance. Most officers on the street never even use their arms. I doubt if you're going to have a chance to use this one.
Derek, I have never used a gun before. Don't you think I ought to know how?
All right, I suppose you're right. You've never even used a gun. Come down to my office. We'll use the range in the basement. I'll be waiting for you anytime.
Great. I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Taxi?
Here we are.
Whew. This is exciting.
Yeah, well, why do I get the feeling that I'm making a big mistake?
Because you worry too much, that's why.
I just want you to know that I'm doing this against my better judgment. I don't think you're ever going to need a gun.
Derek, there was a person waiting for me in my hallway, and that person wanted to hurt me. I saw a knife.
Have you ever thought of speaking to somebody professionally about these paranoid delusions?
Ha, ha, ha. You know as well as I do who it was. If Kelly McGrath saw me at the Unicorn the night he was murdering Elliot, then he knows that I could be used as a witness against him. Of course he's going to try to get rid of me.
Look, I said I'd give you the gun, and I will. But it's more for your peace of mind than anything else.
Thank you.
I want you to promise me, I want you to swear to me that you will not treat this gun carelessly.
Cross my heart and hope to die. Can I look at it now?
I'm not finished yet.
What else?
I also want you to promise me that you won't draw it out every time the neighbors move furniture around upstairs or you hear a mouse squeaking in the kitchen.
I don't have mice.
Raven, I'm being very serious. Guns are very serious business.
I'm a responsible person.
Overreacting to a simple situation causes needless injury, and you could hurt yourself.
Lecture over?
Just want to make sure you're going to be super careful. Yes, lecture is over.
Good.
Here it is.
Couldn't you have gotten something a little fancier, something with a pearl handle?
I think this should suit your needs.
All right, let me see.
Now, wait a minute. Let me show you how to load it so you know what you're doing.
All right.
You push this little button in,
Yeah.
and the cylinder comes out. These are the bullets.
Okay.
They go into each chamber one at a time.
Looks very easy.
It is very easy. I just want you to be aware of all the aspects. Hold 6 cartridges, and now you close it, and it's ready to fire.
Okay. How do you do that?
Now, spread your feet apart a little bit, 1 foot in front, just so you get a good balance. Hold on to the gun naturally. Wrap the other hand around, so you hold on with 2 hands. You look right down the top of the gun to that little blade sticking up. And then you squeeze the trigger. You don't pull it, but you squeeze your whole hand. And then it'll fire. Now, here, you try it.
Okay.
Get your feet apart a little bit, one in front of the other a little bit. Get a stance.
What do I do with this?
Wrap it around there, just to hold on for balance.
All right.
And slowly squeeze.
That's loud.
Yeah, it is loud. You should be wearing these, but I want you to know what it sounds like.
Let me try it again.
Try it again.
Look, I hit it.
All right, that's good. Get the feel of it.
Okay, one more time. What did I do wrong? Oh, this is fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. There. I think that's out of bullets.
Oh, so it doesn't work anymore?
No.
Oh, okay. So.
I emptied. Like that. I'm going to give you 3 bullets. That's all you get. There. Be very careful with it, please.
Don't worry. I will.
Now you've got 2 bullets. I suggest you take care of them. All right, now slip that in your purse. We'll go upstairs, take care of the permit. Make it legal.
On the head can restore somebody's memory? Well, I've been thinking, since Raven's been having such a hard time with her memory lately, maybe I should help her out with a 2x4.
Take it easy, Saxon, before your face turns as red as your hair.
Well, I should have known she wouldn't waste any time coming to you with this information.
She had evidence pertaining to a case, so she came forward with it.
Oh, and isn't it astounding how she suddenly remembered that it was Kelly McGrath's shadow she saw on the unicorn wall?
Well, she did.
And now she's so willing to come forward as a concerned citizen and become the chief witness for the prosecution. Oh, Chief, doesn't the time sequence of all this bother you?
I'm less than happy about it, but so what?
Well, you could have fooled me.
I'm not happy that she held the truth back in the first place about having been at the unicorn. And it was very foolish of her to wait so long before telling us who it was she saw.
With all due respect to you, Chief, I hope you don't get angry with me for saying this, but I think she's playing you for a fool.
Well, I think you're just upset because this blows your theory out of the water.
Oh, no. It gives me even more credence.
Well, just how do you figure that?
Because she never would have come forward because she was afraid it would incriminate her.
She is just afraid of getting involved. It's not all that unusual a reaction.
Well, this stuff about Kelly McGrath is nothing but a bald-faced lie.
Yes. She's covering up her bloody tracks, isn't she?
Look, Raven didn't come forward with this information until after Kelly was indicted.
He was indicted by the grand jury on good evidence.
Her testimony is going to send Kelly to jail, and she knows it. She's getting away with murder.
What you say with the truth. Why is she so afraid of reprisals from him?
Raven isn't afraid of anything. It's a red herring, Chief. She's trying to throw you off the track.
Her fear looked very genuine to me. You think I would have issued her a handgun if I thought she was just conning me?
Well, we all make mistakes.
Yes, Helen. Mrs. Swift, put her on. Why don't you have some more coffee? Hi, hon.
Oh, God, thank God you're there. I've just been scared out of my wits.
You're not afraid of the thunder, are you?
Derek, it's not the storm. There is someone prowling around in my hallway, and I'm terrified.
Shoot that gun, for God's sake.
I'm not gonna shoot it. I'm so terrified I couldn't shoot it if I wanted.
Now, come on. This is just your imagination. Take my word for
Derek,
it.
are you gonna be this calm at my funeral? I'm in trouble.
All right, I'll put a call into the officer on the beat. He'll come by and check your corridor. Is that all right?
I want you to come.
Look, the cop there can get there a lot faster than I can, just in case there is somebody out there. Now, I'll call you back in a little while, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Anything else you want, Saxon?
Chief, I don't want to sound like a crusader. I want to see justice done.
As do we all.
I know you really believe that Kelly McGrath is guilty.
Yes, I do.
And I realize that you don't want to let your personal feelings get in the way intentionally.
My opinion is based solely on the evidence.
I've been losing a lot of sleep over this case, Chief. Now, I truly believe that Kelly McGrath is innocent. Raven is our killer. And I'm willing to stake my badge on that.
Need all your energies when the police come around again asking all those questions.
And it's not just the police, it's the press. Nancy Carr's going to be here this afternoon.
Well, I think you should be prepared for an avalanche of publicity. As a matter of fact, I don't doubt that the national press will be interested in this story.
Great. Great, I can just see my face on the cover of Time magazine.
Oh, well, I doubt very much that it will go that far.
You know what I just realized about what these people are going to say about me? I am a person who has absolutely no personal connections. I have no husband, I have no baby. I have no family, I have no friends. I live alone in a town where no one cares whether I live or die.
Oh, Raven, please.
No, it's true. So tell me something. What good is it being a heroine when everybody hates me?
You know what's happening to you right now? You're simply having a delayed reaction from what happened to you last night. It's simply taking effect.
No, what's happening to me started a long time ago.
My dear girl, that madwoman fired a gun at you point blank. You thought that it was loaded with real ammunition. You thought you were going to die. So, naturally, you're in a state of shock.
You want to know something? It's true what they say about your life flashing in front of your eyes when you think you're going to die. Just takes a second or two, but I only had one thought when Molly Sherwood fired that gun at me. And that one thought was, it doesn't make any difference.
Oh, Raven, for heaven's sake.
No, really. My getting killed wouldn't make any difference to anyone in this town or anywhere else for that matter. Oh, sure, they'd be horrified. Everyone always is when someone dies violently. But no one would care.
Now, that's utter nonsense.
All right, I take it back. Ansel Scott. Yes, Ansel might raise an eyebrow when he found out. I think Ansel would be a little sad. He might even wait a half an hour before he called his next girlfriend. But in Monticello, there wouldn't be 10 seconds of silence.
Now, you're quite mistaken. There are people here who are concerned about you.
Who? April and Draper? Ha! I can see them at the breakfast table. They would say, well, that's the way it goes. She had it coming to her. And Logan would say, that's wonderful. Now I don't have to pay her alimony.
Now, I want you to stop this right now. The point is, nothing happened to you. You were not killed, so stop writing your own obituary.
My obituary. Oh, I could just see that. Raven Alexander Jameson Swift dies of bullet wounds. Mrs. Swift, divorced from the former District Attorney Logan Swift, widow of Kevin Jameson, ex-honorary daughter-in-law of Geraldine Whitney Saxon, ex-friend of April and Draper Scott, ex-mother of Jameson Swift. I can just see my tombstone. It'll be a whole series of X's.
Raven, please. I wanted to care for you, but you just made that impossible.
You want to know something? Those years that I spent in the Whitney mansion with you, those were the happiest years of my life. I know I behaved horribly, but I couldn't help it.
I wanted to help you, but I just didn't know how.
Actually, you were more of a mother to me than Nadine. She was so busy with her new marriage and trying to keep Ansel from running around.
I think you're too hard on people, too hard on yourself.
Well, why shouldn't I be? Everybody hates me. Might as well join the club.
I'm not a member of that club.
How can you possibly say that?
My dear Raven, I'm sure I don't know. But let's just say that maybe I'm getting mellow.
Well, I really appreciate your giving me this interview, Raven, especially at a time like this.
Well, I figure the people should know what really happened at Oakdale.
Okay, we'll keep it brief so that you can get some rest.
Okay, you want to take some pictures?
If you don't mind.
I must look a mess.
No, you look fine.
Where do you want me?
Well, sit on the couch and get comfortable.
Okay. How's this?
It's fine. Just look at Nancy and pretend you're talking.
Oh, wait. What's that? Oh, this is my better angle. Okay.
Raven, how did you get involved in all this?
Well, my mother was Molly Sherwood's first victim.
Yes, of course. She intended to kill April, but she poisoned your mother by mistake.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, Mrs. Swift.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Oh.
See you later, Nancy.
Okay,
Right on.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did you suspect Molly? Is that why you got the gun, to protect yourself?
Oh, I asked Derek for the gun because ever since Elliot's death, it seems like everyone concerned with the investigation, they were all dropping like flies. So, since I was a very good friend of Elliot, I thought perhaps I might be in jeopardy.
Well, it must have been quite a shock to see her at your door.
Yes, it was. She thought that I knew that she was the real killer.
Well, obviously, she hadn't heard that you had identified my nephew, Kelly, at the Unicorn on the evening of Elliot Dorn's murder.
Yes, I almost got that boy into a lot of trouble. I feel very bad about that, but it was an honest mistake.
Yes, of course. I understand that, she gave you a full confession.
I guess she saw no harm in telling me everything because she was going to kill me.
That must have been a horrible moment in your life.
Well, she was so engrossed with telling me how one crime led to the other that she gave me a chance to get the gun, which was in that drawer. Don't you make one move toward me, you raving lunatic!
Why won't you understand me? Emily is so alone in the world. I made a promise to her father, her dying father, that I would take care of her. She's just like a daughter to me, but...
You are insane and you need to be locked up.
I know what I did was wrong. But what's done is done. Now, why should anybody want to send me to prison?
You think I'm going to let you out of here so you can go to Oakdale and murder April?
So why should you worry? You've never cared very much about April, Scott.
My God, that doesn't mean I'm going to go let you murder her. Now get back!
I am calling the police.
Guys. That was a terrifying experience.
Yes, it was, but you know, the entire time that I was losing consciousness, the only thing that I thought of was April. I thought, what is going to happen to April?
Well, you fainted out of fright, obviously.
Yes. Thank heavens Derek put blanks in the gun, so you can imagine my surprise when I woke up and I was alive.
Yes. Okay, and what did you do then?
Well, I called the police right away, and I left a message for Derek, but I didn't think that I should wait around, so I went straight to Oakdale.
Right, lucky for April.
Well, April was the only person that really mattered, so I went straight to her house, and it was raining. It was awful. And I arrived at the front door, and it was open. I was surprised. I figured maybe the police broke in. April? She saw a ghost, and she was so frightened she fell down the stairs backwards.
To her death.
Yes, but I didn't know she was dead. The only thing that I could think of was getting down to try to help April.
You know, if you had arrived there 5 minutes later...
She would have been dead. Can you imagine?
Well, Raven, you did a very brave thing. To go out to that house, take the chance that you did.
Well, she was my friend, and I had to help her. Of course, I don't expect any medals. When I get any recognition around this town is when I do things that people don't like. Would you like some tea or something?
No, thank you, but I have an idea. Would you be interested in appearing on tonight's newscast?
Live?
Yes, well, the main item, and if you could be there to tell the story firsthand. Well, if you're nervous, I can't. I mean, I would understand if you don't want to.
No. I think I'll be all right by tonight.
Yeah.
What time should I be there?
Well, the camera rehearsal is 5 o'clock. Is that convenient?
Sure, I'll be there.
Oh, fine. Okay, then. You get some rest now.
Okay, if you need any more information, just call me.
Thank you. I just might do that, Raven.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, Raven, it looks like you're the woman of the hour. Now, what should I wear? It'll have to be something very elegant, but humble. Hello?
Hello, Raven. Are you all right?
Who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I hoped that you'd recognize my voice by now. This is Skylar Whitney.
Oh. Hello, Mr. Whitney. What can I do for you?
Please, call me Sky.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Well, news of your daring exploits are all over the news, you know.
Oh, really?
I gather you had rather a harrowing experience.
Yes, it was.
Well, I just thought I'd call to make sure that the lovely lady had come through her ordeal none the worse for wear.
Well, my nerves are in the state of shock, but I'm in one piece.
Well, if anything had happened to you, I would have been disconsolate.
Thank you. It's very nice of you to be so concerned.
I would like very much to stop by sometime soon when you're feeling up to visitors.
I'd like that very much. You are always welcome in my house.
Well, that's very nice to know. I'll keep that in mind. It's a pleasure talking to you, Raven. Goodbye. Well, Gunther, I believe you're right. The lady definitely is interested.
I knew she would be.
You know, Gunther, beautiful women are like gold coins. They're very comforting to have around, and you can never have too many of them.
Words of wisdom, Mr. Whitney.
And besides, variety is the spice of life, isn't it?
Well, there seems to be a great deal of that going around these days.
What do you mean?
Well, it seems to me Miss Martine feels in the same way.